You've got that blue collar grit as well from the moment I've met you to, today. Like you've got that grit inside you. And I want to dig in a little deeper where that grit came from. I want to talk about how you came from, Drew the kid to Dr. Drew. Like how were you when you were younger? Like, did you have the same kind of drive to always be, perfect is never good enough. It needs to be above. Like, I want to know, where did that come from?
For me, like I tell everyone, like I have a doctorate, but I'm just a blue collar worker. Like I'm a blue collar worker with the doctorate. If I didn't go to school, I would have been a firefighter, a police officer, a plumber, electrician, that's
blue
how
collar.
I grew up. Yeah. And, I have a lot of police officers, firefighters in my family, which is, great jobs, great pension, great insurance,
But would you say you were always like that? Or is it you got older, it grew in you?
I mean, I would say I was like being raised with my grandfather, Dominic Sinibaldi, like with him every day on the trucks, in the field, on the farm. Like that's all I knew. I saw it. And so like, I just kind of replicated it. And so like, I wasn't like the kid that like fucked off in grade school or whatever. Like there was none of that. Like, dude, you're going to get cracked and like, this is what we're going to do. There's no option.
You were scared of him.
Yeah. Like it was almost like, like I was scared to like let him down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it was like, dude, like, he would tell me he's proud of me and like, don't get discouraged. He was really good with teaching me how to problem solve.
And most parents don't even do that.
Like, but he wouldn't like baby me. He wouldn't be like, he would sit down like, I'm talking to you here, and he'd be like, hey, this is what we're going to do, why we're going to do it. And we're going to do this. And, you talked about money, you talked about problems, you talked about issues. And besides that, we were around guys that were politicians, attorneys, big money guys that like I just surrounded myself with in the sense of because I was there. Like they weren't my people, they were his people, but, his network and just learning from them, dude. Like, it's nice to just sit there because at the time you don't realize it. You don't like realize like what you're listening to, but you being in that environment, it was huge. Like
huge.
There was no days off. People always say like, you don't take days off. I don't know how to take days off, dude.
Right.
I really don't. Like, even on like, a weekend or whatever, like just like this weekend, dude, like I want to go, if I'm not going forward, dude, I feel like I'm going back. Now, maybe it's a little fear thing or whatever, but no, I enjoy like doing stuff. I don't like enjoy it. Like, don't get me wrong. I like to fuck off on the couch or whatever and have a day or this and that. But like, I'm balls to the wall 24/7. Some people think it's crazy, but like, that's how I'm wired.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad because like my grandfather, he's 92 years old. Even to this day, dude, he will call me, how's business? What are we doing here? What's going on here? Like, it's just how his mind is.
Right.
And so for me, it was like, that's just the questions that you got to ask. And there's no other option. Like, you went home when Nana called you, said dinner is ready. Okay, you got home, you had dinner.
You had no option.
Like if I came home, there was no coming home early. Like there was no like if something needed to be fixed, you're gonna fix it until it's fixed. Then you're gonna have dinner. And if you got to fix it after, you fix it after. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up on like a 15-acre farm. So like when people, I was out in Geneva, St. Charles. So 15 acres, that's a lot of land to cut grass, dude. It took me all day just to cut the grass.
Yeah.
It was just
These
me
kids
and him.
don't even cut grass anymore. Everybody's got links. I'm not going to say I don't do it. I'm the same problem, but
like here,
my son,
we don't have grass here, dude. I barely have a fucking front yard. But there is like, you're going to learn how to do manual work. And like I've said in the show, like he told me, you don't have to do this forever, but you're going to know exactly how to do it and what to do. That way, when you have somebody doing it, you know that the job's getting done.
Absolutely.
And so for me, it was like, okay, I know I don't want to do this forever. I enjoy doing it because I'm with him. And it didn't look like for me, like people like, oh, it's like a task or a job. But like, dude, I truly enjoyed the time that I got to spend with him because he was my father figure.
Yeah.
Like he was the guy to show me how to like, this is what you do with money. This is what we do here in this problem. This is what you do with your wife. You love and respect your wife. The wife takes care of the kids. The wife takes care of you. The wife puts you number one no matter what, above everything. And that's what it is. I even have a table in my dining room that I had from Italy that is engraved. That says love and respect on the bottom of it, dude, because those are his two words. I mean, you've met him.
I have.
Like he's one of those guys where like he had a stroke, he's 92, but he talks so well. Like the stories that you hear, like, and it's crazy because if a guy like that can come across the country, not know the language, not have $1 in his pocket, and have all this all this money, all this land and success. Everybody that's listening to this show can do it. I mean, you can do it. You just got to put your mind to it and stop being soft. It truly is. Because if you want to win, you're going to win in whatever that facet is. If you want to be the best musician, you want to be the best doctor, you want to be the best hockey player, football player, whatever it is, you got to outwork the guy sitting next to you no matter what. There's no options. And if when you're stopping, they're going. And so
I think that's something that all these kids kind of lost in growing up, where our parents kind of, I would say they pushed us like that, or our grandparents pushed us like that. And now we got pushed like that. And now our age group of people kind of lost that. That's what made us. And now with their kids, they're like, oh, I would never put my son, my daughter, this and that. I don't want to yell at them. We were yelled at all the time, but it wasn't something that we were like, oh my God, I'm getting screamed at and they're bad parents and this and that. It was teaching them something. Right. Now, if somebody yells at their kid, or say you have your kid's friends over, you say something, we could yell at our parents could yell at all our friends before. My parents used to yell at all my friends all the time. You cannot yell at somebody else's kid. They're going to call you up. You yelled at my kid? Right. I got kids that work for me. They're gone right away because my son's working like that? What do you think he's going to be doing?
Yeah, he's got to put in some time, put in some effort.
Everyone. It's
yeah, when we grew up, like the people, like there was no sleepovers. For one, there was no sleepovers. And, like my grandparents only let me hang out with the people that like they knew. So like they knew, for example, like if I fucked up over there, like I would hear it.
But everyone knew each other back in the day.
Yeah.
And all the parents knew each other. Now I kind of see like where it's not like that, where we grew up.
Sure.
Because when we grew up, I mean, Norwich, Park Ridge, Wayne, all these areas, all the neighborhood areas, everyone knew everyone. So it wasn't like they always said it back in the day. Hey, I'm going to tell your father or mother you're outside playing still. Or get home.
Or it was like they saw you do something in public, and maybe they weren't with you, but you were in public, and somebody saw you do it. Before I even got home, there was a fucking phone call.
100%.
And they knew. Like, here's a crazy thing. Like, he would always know if I fucked up, and he would like almost like question me, like, "Oh, how was your day?" Like he'd ask, like play me to see if I was gonna lie. Like it was like they knew.
It's
and
a pretty common thing for those old school.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, how do you know this happened?
Right.
Like, who tipped you off, dude? Like, who?
They know.
Like I remember my grandfather. He knew a bunch of cops over there, and so he got a call one time that I was like speeding, and he's like, "Why are you speeding over here?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like,
got eyes on you, bro.
I'm like, dude, how do you know? Like,
that's that old school mentality.
It's just like it is what it is. Now, some people wouldn't bring that up, dude. I'm definitely bringing it up with my kid. Like, but even my wife and I, like, we wouldn't let my daughter hang out with people that aren't in line with us. It is what it is. Like, if she wants to go over to someone's house, like that we don't talk to or aren't aligned with, like, we won't let it happen. Like. It's just the way we were raised.
Let me ask you this: your grandfather, he played a huge role in your life. Do you believe he was the one that believed in you before you believed in yourself?
Oh, for sure. I was his son that he never had, dude.
And he was kind of a catalyst, would you say, in your life that kind of really put you on the right track and
yeah, even today
accelerated you.
Even today, we'll talk. Like he was there. He was the guy that I like still do. Like we're doing now. Like I would sit down at a round table and we'd talk numbers and, hey, what are you going to do here? And don't get me wrong, he'd get pissed at me like I do stuff wrong.
Sure.
And he'd be like, no, you got to do this. Like, well, I want to do that. And then I fucked up and I learned. And I'm like, okay, like, I don't know everything. Like, and that's a learning curve for me. It happened plenty of times, and like my biggest thing, just like Carlos said, was like disappointing him. Like I never wanted to disappoint him.